Hi, I'm Kathy Eastwood, founder of Equals Y. Today, I wanted to share with you my leadership profile. As you get ready to begin your journey of defining your profile, I think it's helpful to see, how someone else puts this together and what the real value can be of it. And, this is going to give you insight into me of what I value, what do I love, what do I hate, and this becomes my WIIFM, what's in it for me. And so as you build this out, it's important to be true to who you are, understand who really what you value, what you care about, because then you can share this with others so they understand what is important to you, how to interact with you, understand what your working profiles are, and then they can help motivate, inspire, adjust to be able to interact with you. And that's where the vulnerability comes in, because you start to build trust, you start to create better ways to team together. And it really gives an opportunity with this leadership profile is for others to learn how to navigate you and for you to know yourself, right? And say, hey, this is who I am and this is how I am, et cetera. So let me get started. And, first and foremost, my tagline is I'm a nurturing driver. Now, some people would say that I'm bossy, and that's actually my parents will tell me that. But what we've learned over time is I like to have a plan. I like to get things done, but I truly care about everybody that's with me. And the reason I want a plan and the reason I tend to get bossy is because I want everyone to succeed, and I truly believe in that. So I share with people right off the bat, I'm a nurturing driver. I want to get things done, but I care about you. So if I tend to be a little too much, you got to, tell me. It's okay. Tell me, hey, Kath, you got to pull back, because that's nurturing side of me is going to say, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm good with that. So, that's first and foremost of knowing who I am. Second, my mission statement. Whether I was working or not, my mission in life is to inspire and enable others to unlock their potential. I'm always asking questions. What would you love to do? How would you love to do that? If you weren't getting paid, what would you love to do? So this is mine. I love to inspire and enable others. My values, what are true to me and who I am. The inspire and enable, I just said that, but let's break it down a little bit further. And what that means is I love to think idealistically, not realistically. We often get caught in our own, trap of saying, well, this is the best I can do. Well, I truly believe and I value the opportunity to think out of the box without constraint, to see ideally what could we do if there were no constraints, so that worst case, you probably get a lot further than what you thought was originally realistic, but think idealistically. And I'm constantly challenging myself and others around that. I believe that anything is possible. And, with hard work, with perseverance, with commitment, and thinking idealistically, I truly do believe anything is possible. And then I also know that no one wakes up with bad intent. And this is, for me, understanding what drives people. They may not have had a good day, and that's why they're interacting. So whenever someone responds in a way that I don't expect, I think, okay, no one thinks with bad intent. And until I walk a mile in their shoes, how can I really judge? So that's constantly in the back of my mind as I approach every situation. I'm very mindful and very grateful. I know people matter, and I'm always thinking about the other people, and I have a tremendous amount of empathy, and I value that. And then work hard, play harder. And I use the term MTXE that goes back to my days in volleyball when we won the county championships. We weren't the team that was supposed to win, but my coach knew how to inspire us and enable us to make it happen. And that was our rallying cry: mental toughness, extra effort. And that has always stayed with me. And that is what is pushing me forward every day. These are my values. And when I'm working with others, my non-negotiables then come down to, I need open, honest feedback. I need honesty. I need trust first. I really like to believe that if we trust everyone, they will do good. If you come in with a skeptical mindset, then you're kind of that is your reality. That's the focus, and they're going to prove you right. We all have a tendency to have a bias on what we love or believe. So for me, it's trust first. I always need feedback. You will hear me say it over and over again. I love feedback because that's how things can improve. And I love to have fun. I'm just a very social person. That's me. I respect that not everyone is like that, but that's me. So if you want to get the most out of me, probably invite me down to the bar to have a strategy session. It's probably going to work best. My leadership style, I used to always say it was a servant leader. Really serving others in their place and what they're up to. And it's evolved over time to understand that it's really situational, which is very simpler. But, my job as a leader is to inspire and enable others. And that is different for every individual because change is done at the individual level. So that's why I'm going with the situational leadership. Now, mind you, a lot of this evolves, right? This isn't a stagnant one-time leadership profile because it's a constant practice of being aware and understanding who you are and what you care about and what drives you every day when you get out of bed. From a goals perspective, I'm constantly looking at, I'm in the middle of writing the book that I have said I wanted to do for ages, but now I'm sitting down and making that goal become a reality. I want to be on 4 different boards. I wanted to be a CEO of my own company, which I've started in that I am the CEO of my company. So that's on target. And I want to bring consciousness to businesses. And so I've recently become the chairperson of the Conscious Capitalism New York City chapter. As far as how to work with me, right, and understand, I like to be direct and to the point, be brief, be gone, if anyone knows those terms. And I respect that not everyone is like that, but if you want to get the most out of me, ask me what you need very quickly up front so I can take action on it. That's just how I am. And I have a tendency to do it with others. So, I have to guide people that work with me and tell them, don't take it personally. I might have forgotten to say, good morning, how are you? I hope you had a good weekend. I have to really consciously sit down and make sure I put those in my emails because that's not my first inclination because I want to get things done. So I'm trying to save people's time. Communication preference. I prefer email in a work environment. Excuse me. Now, if I'm in a personal environment, it's probably easy to just text me. But for work, texting is not my work. That's personal. So if I get a text and I know it is something going on personal and I need to focus on it. So email is my preference. My ideal job is to be the CEO of a company. And as you go through the spreadsheet, you'll see different options. Do you want to be an individual contributor, a quiet contributor? Do you like to be number 2, the wizard behind the curtain, the man? So understanding what your ideal job is helps tell other people what motivates you. As far as what activity excites me most, anything that I'm strategizing, sitting down and inspiring and enabling others, trying to solve problems, that, gives me a ton of energy. Get me into the detailed spreadsheets. I can do it and I've adapted to do it, but I hate it. It's just not where I want to be. But I know what has to get done. So the more I don't have to be there, the happier I'm going to be. Understanding how I get up in the morning. This is a question I ask whenever I'm interviewing folks, because I think it really indicates, how you react to change, how you like, whether you like change or not, or how do you roll with the punches. So for me, getting up in the morning is random. It depends on the day and I just go with it. I know what needs to get done and I adjust accordingly. As far as gathering information, I'm more intuitive. It's what are the facts? How do I get the information? All of that. Because when I make a decision, it's going to be mostly thinking. I'm using my head when I'm making decisions as opposed to my heart. And when I approach problem solving, I want to see the big picture. I want to understand where we're going as opposed to others who like to just get started, run to the door immediately, and who cares who's in your way, you can just start. So understanding that approach, my preferred working style is in a group as opposed to individually. I'm very secure with people. I love relationships. I can be alone, but I love being with people. And that feedback preference is constant. Just that is one of my non-negotiables. That is just what my preference is. And with a Clarity 4D behavior assessment or any other assessments you may have done, it's always great to be able to share this and be very open and honest with others so people know how you are. From this profile, you can quickly see that I am, very heavily, I'm an extrovert, but I still do have a lot of feeling in me and a lot of heart. But I am that direct. My number one preference is being direct to the point. I want to get there as quickly as possible. You can see on the left-hand side that detail-oriented blue, being introverted and thinking, not my strength. This isn't where I'm naturally, my preference. So it helps me understand what my preferences are and allow others to navigate when they're working with me. Personally, I love to travel. I love wine. For my 50th birthday, I'm doing 50 vineyards for my 50th year. And this is me sitting on the day of my birthday, drinking the first wine of the first vineyard. So that's been motivating me for the past year. And then what else should you know? I'm happily married to Ralph. Everyone loves my husband. So the big joke is Ralph. Everyone loves my husband. We live in New York City and we absolutely love to travel. So this is me. This is me in a nutshell. Now, everybody is different. This exercise is going to be different and personal to you. I'm going to walk you through the spreadsheet in another video, but we have a worksheet for you to go through this and ask questions and allow you to explore things. Some of this you'll know, yep, this is who I am. This is how I am. Others, you're going to have to take time and think about it, right? So the goal here is to do that self-exploration, to be able to really get comfortable with who you are, what you love, and then share this with others. So we'll ask you to create your own video like this, because the goal is the more you can share this with others, the more you will get the right words, the more you will, as people ask questions, you'll refine it. And this is meant to be refined over the years. So I wish you luck. I hope this was helpful. I'm anxious to see when we get into class if anyone remembers some of these different things, but you will see that I will use these terms over and over again. So good luck, have fun, and we'll see you soon.